Assalamu alaikum, dear students. This is my first lecture of irrigation engineering. In this lecture, we will try to understand some basic concept of irrigation engineering. So, this is the introduction lecture. In this lecture, we will discuss some basic concept of an irrigation engineering. Now, what is irrigation engineering and what is the role of irrigation engineering in civil engineering? And the need of irrigation, basically the purpose of agriculture purpose, mean we use irrigation for agriculture purpose. Okay, so what is irrigation? Irrigation is defined as the process of supplying of water to crop artificially. The science of planning and designing a water supply system to the plants, crops for their normal growth during the period of no rainfall with the help of dam, wire, barrage, reservoir and canal system with head works, cross drainage works and miscellaneous works of canal like canal fall called irrigation engineering. Okay, it means that irrigation is totally related to the supply of water in different manner. Similarly, we have depth knowledge about the water because we have been clear three subjects which is completely related to the water and behavior of water, such as fluid mechanics as well as advanced fluid mechanics. These are two similar subjects, but one is the advanced form of fluid. Okay, and hydraulic engineering. Understand? From fluid mechanics and hydraulic engineering, we have learned the behavior and mechanism of the water, that how can water flow in an open channel as well as in closed channel. The basic purpose of irrigation is to supply water to the crops on land, but how we supply and provide water to the land and how much capacity of water and which type of system of supplying water is to provide to irrigation, these all things are deeply elaborated in the above subjects. That's why a civil engineer interested in irrigation and perform well. Irrigation is very complex process, no one can do it. It is only civil engineer, because 80% of irrigation we are done by dam and reservoir. So the construction of dam is totally done by a civil engineer. So civil engineer know that how much the pressure of water and how supply it on land for irrigation purpose. So when water come from the dam, water flow throughout the river, then from the river we distribute the water into different canal, different channel section and different stream, etc. So further we apply this water to crops and the plants up to their growth period. Why we need irrigation? Now question arises that why we need irrigation. So basically in the region where intensity of rainfall is low and don't complete their requirement of crop throughout the growth period. That's why crops affected. Due to this reason, we can perform irrigation on the land. This is also economic development of a country. Okay. Now there are several types and technique of irrigation. First of all, we explain the different type of irrigation and then we elaborate the techniques of irrigation. So what does it mean by technique of an irrigation? And one of the most important term, water efficiency. Okay. So we have different type and technique of irrigation. We need use those which is efficiently supply of water throughout their growth of the plants. Now we coming toward that some largest dam in Pakistan and their detail. One is the Mangla Dam. Mangla Dam is the 16th largest dam in the world. It was constructed from 1961 to 1967. across the Jhelum River about 67 mile mean 108 km southeast of Pakistani capital Islamabad in the Maripur district Azad Kashmir, Pakistan. The main structure of the dam include 4 embankment, 2 spillways, 5 power cum irrigation tunnel and 1000 megawatt power station. And the other one is Tarbela Dam. Tarbela Dam along the Indus River rises 148 meter high and is 2743 meter in length, mean 2743 meter in length, and completed in 1977. The embankment contain 126, 151, 570 cubic meter of earth and rock, the largest volume were used in infrastructure at its kind, structure of its kind in Pakistan. Now we are coming toward that what is the advantages of an irrigation. So number 1, increase in food production. When we perform the irrigation, so it will increase in food production. Number 2, optimum benefits. Optimum benefit mean that optimum utilization of water yield maximum crop yield. Number 3, elimination of mixed cropping. When we use different type of crop in a certain land, so it will be more economical and will give better results. Or mixed cropping means sowing together more crops. Number 4, general prosperity. Revenue return are quite high and help in development of a country. Number 5, generation of hydroelectric power. Cheaper power generation from dam, canal fall, etc. Number 6, domestic water supply. When we perform the process of irrigation, so with the help of this we can provide the water to the domestic purposes as well. Number 7, facilities of communication. Mean we understand that from where water come, from which place. So it is the facilities of communication also. Now we are coming toward that what is the disadvantage of irrigation. Irrigation is a complex and expensive. Mean irrigation is expensive. Mean when we provide pipes, when we provide tube well, canal section that is usually made from concrete, so it is very expensive. Okay. Nitrate pollution causes disease such as anemia. Irrigation may result in cooler and damper climate causing outbreak disease like malaria. Over and intensive irrigation may be lead to waterlogging and reduce crop yield. Okay. Now we are coming toward that what are the types of irrigation. There are 2 types of irrigation. One is the surface irrigation and another one is the subsurface irrigation. Surface irrigation mean that when we do irrigation above the ground level, mean on the ground level. Okay. Subsurface mean that below the ground level. Okay. Now we are coming toward that what are the different type of subsurface irrigation. Subsurface irrigation mean that underground water nourishment plant root. Okay. Subsurface there are 2 types, artificial subsurface and natural subsurface. Artificial mean that for example there is a canal. Okay, there is a canal and the bank of the canal there are some plants. Okay, so when the water flow in the canal which is done by only mud, not from concrete, so there are some seepage process. Seepage mean flow of water through the some permeable medium. So through the seepage water comes through their roots. So this is also type of irrigation which is artificial, which is natural. This is called natural subsurface irrigation. Okay, now we are coming toward that what is the artificial. Artificial mean that when we provide some certain pipes along below the ground level. In this pipe we provide some certain hole, so when we apply the water through these pipes, so from the hole water are released and water goes throughout their roots. Okay, so water, this is called artificial subsurface irrigation, mean water provided to the plants with the help of these pipes. So this is called artificial process. Okay, these are two types of subsurface irrigation. Now we are coming toward that what is subsurface irrigation. Subsurface irrigation have surface irrigation having many types, such as flow irrigation, lift irrigation, then in flow irrigation, perennial irrigation, flood irrigation, inundation irrigation. Okay, and lift irrigation means that when we lift water through a certain place, for example tube well, open well, etc. Okay, techniques of water distribution and the farm. Number 1, free flooding, border flooding, check flooding, basin flooding, furrow irrigation method. Number 6, porous hose method. Number 7, spray method. So these are all the technique. With the help of this we provide water to the field or crop and different land, different type. So now in the next lecture we are explaining that what are the technique of irrigation. One by one we are explaining in detail. Thank you.